Hello, today is 1/5 of 26, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 6:30, and I'm actually done eating for the day. But I just wanted to let you know what I had, partly because this channel is how I hold myself accountable, but also because I did eat out, and so I just want to kind of share that. And I have a few other things to share with you. Yesterday we had both a Christmas and birthday celebration, just because people were in town. The birthday is actually today, but we celebrated it yesterday with my kids. And I had spaghetti squash with some marinara sauce. Simply Nature is the brand. It's the tomato basil marinara sauce, and so or pasta sauce, I think is what they call it. And it's very clean ingredients, and it's really, really good. I had a little bit of that on my spaghetti squash with some sautéed bell peppers and an andouille sausage. That's what I had for my meal, for like our Christmas meal. And then I had like 25 grapes. They were so good. Like we had such a good batch of grapes. So I did also have 25 grapes and some cucumbers and a little bit of summer sausage. And then for our desserts, we had two desserts. We had our Christmas pie, which is a banana pie. I would traditionally make it using a homemade pudding and bananas, a graham cracker crust, and a meringue top. I did make it at Thanksgiving. I used Jello brand vanilla pudding mix to make the pudding part, but it has aspartame in it, and that causes headaches for me. And so I wanted to try and make a pudding that like I could replace it with, but something that wasn't going to have aspartame in it. And I tried a couple recipes. I found one that I thought I would like. I will link to that in the description below. And I used it in the pie, but it did not work out. It still, even though I cut the amount of milk in half, it still was just a bit thin for the pie. And for some reason, it didn't absorb the flavor of the banana. So normally the pie would end up tasting like banana pudding with bananas in it in this pie, but it did not. It was like the banana flavor from the bananas was very separate from the flavor of the pudding, and so that kinda didn't really work out, and I was really disappointed because, we had family over, and my brother-in-law loves this pie, and so it didn't meet his expectations because it didn't taste like it would normally taste. And so I might try and make him one at another point so that he can have it because he was super excited to have it. And it was kind of a disappointment. And then the other dessert we had was a cake. And I will leave a link to this recipe below. So this is what the cake ended up looking like. It is super thin. Like I wouldn't even say this is a cake. This is more like a bar. And it's pretty moist. Um, it it baked. I can't remember what the recipe says to bake it for, but it baked a lot longer than that to, like, get it to be cooked through, but it's still really, really moist, and I did not care for it. To me, it tastes like rancid oil, even though, like, I the oil that's in it is from mayonnaise, and it was new mayonnaise. It was not the mayonnaise that's the problem. Like, whatever this combination in here, I don't like it. It was not good to me. Um, my kids really enjoyed it, so that's good, right? It's their birthday, so so I'm glad that they enjoy it. They will eat the leftovers. The frosting that I made is using sugar-free Cool Whip. My daughter does not want to have sugar because it makes her break out, and so I did use the sugar-free Cool Whip, even though it has other ingredients in it that I and like to me, I would just use the regular Cool Whip. And then packet of Jello brand sugar-free cheesecake mix and just mix the two of those together. That's how I made the frosting, and I topped it with some chocolate chips. But I did try that yesterday, and I just wanted you to know what I thought of that recipe. Really, is why I wanted you to know. Um, and then I wasn't really hungry in the evening, like for my second meal, but like a little bit. I ended up having this Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch protein bar. My mother-in-law got these for me for Christmas, which is great. I love this brand. I have tried these before. They are decent. The Fit Crunch is really the only brand that I found that like is pretty reliable on having good flavor to it, or at least not tasting bad, but like it generally is a good flavor to them, and cleaner ingredients. Like it doesn't have erythritol. Really, we just avoid erythritol because it does cause all of us like stomach issues. So I'm really glad for that. And it was like the perfect meal for me to have after like I just didn't need very much. So in this bar, there's 210 calories with 11 grams of fat, 16 carbs with 8 sugar alcohols and 1 fiber. So 7 net carbs. There are 2 added sugars in it, and then 16 grams of protein. And it's not a huge bar, so it's like it was perfect. It was the just exactly what I needed yesterday. So today it is their birthday, and so we did do some things for their birthday. We went out to lunch around 11. We went to Applebee's. I had the sirloin steak with 2 sides, which was green beans and a Caesar salad. It was all okay. My steak was cooked well, so that's nice, but it was a sirloin, and that was my choice, but just, not the best cut of a steak, right? The Caesar salad, I had to add salt and pepper to in order to like get any flavor in it. The salad dressing just really didn't have much flavor in it at all. And the green beans, again, I added salt and pepper too because they were just kind of there. Uh, and then we went ice skating, and that was a lot of fun, which, oh my gosh, I went ice skating. I've never ice skated in my entire life. When I was a kid, I couldn't even rollerblade. Like, I just didn't have the ankle strength and like flexibility to be able to well, I could roller skate, but I couldn't rollerblade. Like, just because like standing on those wheels, I didn't have the strength. I ice skated. It was great. I ice skated. It was like I feel so good about myself that I have the strength and stability in my ankles to be able to ice skate. That was just it was amazing. I loved it. And then for dinner tonight, we went to Taco John's. I got their taco salad with ground beef with extra beef, and then their house dressing. So it comes in like a tortilla bowl, a fried tortilla bowl. I just tossed that out. And I ate everything else that was there. And then I had some of the leftover banana pie, and it was better. And that's really why I had it, because I wanted to try it after it kind of had sat, and it did have more banana flavor to it. So that was nice to be able to kind of get more of that, what I think of as my traditional banana pie flavor. Still not as flavorful, but better than it was yesterday. So I had a serving of that for my dessert. So let's take a look at how my day turned out. I forgot to tell you, before we went skating, I also had my coffee. So I made it like I've been making it with 1 cup of Fairlife, 1% milk, my whey protein, isolate protein powder, and vital collagen peptides. I wanted to make sure I was getting my protein in, especially because I knew like we were going to be eating out today and it might be harder to get my protein in. So I got close. I ended up with about 1,400 calories. My protein is 157. My net carbs are 35, and my fat is 67. So really not too bad of a day for having eaten out twice. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.